What's up, fam? This is your boy JB, and we're back, and I have my special guest in the house on today. What's up, Phillip, bro?
What's going on?
Yo, man, it's so good to have you. I know that we've been talking about this meeting, and you're coming to the station for a while. I know you've been so busy, man, so busy.
Yeah.
But I'm so thankful for your taking time out of your schedule to come and join us on today, man.
Oh, absolutely, man.
We really appreciate it. And we also got AG.
What up, what up?
What's up, bro?
Chilling, man. How you?
I'm all right, man. I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. It's a wonderful day, beautiful day outside. I mean, I don't know. Last night was crazy, man. It was thundering and lightning like crazy, bro.
And I was outside, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, I seen that video.
Video in the rain.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man.
That was you. Yeah, that's right.
Why would you be outside? It's like the rain just turned on out of nowhere. It was just kind of crazy.
Yeah, out of nowhere, man. It's like, dog, bro. It was crazy, man. But I mean, it was needed. It was needed. You know what I mean? It was hot, muggy, and it seemed like the rain, it just came right on time, you know. And I tell you, a lot of times, you know, I can get my best thinking done, you know, like when it's thundering and lightning and things like that. But, man, I tell you what, with this being the 4th of July weekend, what are you guys' plans? What's up?
Well, my plans just changed. Now I'm going to a barbecue that this guy, Brother Hiram, is about to be cooking
okay,
at.
so
you got to find his food anywhere.
Now I'm going to, this is for Gabriel.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
I'm doing the cooking for him, man.
Yo, for those of you who don't know, Hiram is the master chef.
Oh, yes.
Right? So if you need a chef, you need to give me a call. 201-836-9211, and we can get you hooked up.
He will hook you up. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. So what's up, Phil, man? I tell you, brother, you are a producer extraordinaire, man, and very highly respected. Very highly respected, man. So
appreciate that.
What's going on, bro?
Nothing much.
Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to stay busy as always.
Yeah.
You know, the musician lifestyle is just always on the go.
Right.
So.
Right.
You know, I'm here, I'm there, you know, all over the place. But,
all over
you know,
the place.
God's good.
Well, let me ask you a question, Phil. How long have you been producing?
I've been producing since 2005, 2006.
Okay.
Like, officially.
Okay.
Before that, you know, I'm just making tracks on my little motif or whatever, and just trying to get things going that way. But, you know, I'm getting the ideas then. And so then in about 2006, I was working with an artist from Newark, Brian Barnett.
Okay.
Yeah, and me and a bunch of my friends, our band back then was called the Treble Clef.
Okay.
And it's got a bunch of my friends that we are also friends now, but yeah, we did this guy's project, and we're all like teenagers.
Right.
And it's still out now, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I remember, you know, there was a gig that was taking place at this church in Orange, Church of the Oranges.
Yeah.
And it was a long time ago, and I remember seeing you.
Oh,
this kid, it was a big concert, man. It was like wall-to-wall people, standing room only.
I remember that.
And you were, and I remember.
I was struggling.
Yeah, I remember. And you were putting it down even back then. I said, who's this little phenom on the keyboard over there? You know what I mean? Who is this?
Super little, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, yo. So Phillip, collectively, how long have you been playing?
I've been playing since I was 5, 6 years old. I'm 28 now. 5
or 6 years old.
Yeah.
So was that something that your parents encourage you to do?
Oh, yes.
Or did you have the aspiration to do it on your own?
Absolutely not.
Really?
It's funny, yeah. So my parents wanted me to really play organ in church. That is their dream. Once I do that, once I play organ in church, I've made it to them, which is great. But other than that, like, to get there, my mom pushed me. She pretty much forced me to go to a music teacher, a piano teacher, a private lesson teacher in Maplewood. And at first the teacher would not accept me because she said he's too young, he can't pay attention, blah blah blah. But then my mom took me back home, taught me some chords because she can actually read music.
Okay.
Like my mom is musically inclined as well. She sings and plays and can fully read. So she taught me what she knew.
Okay.
Then took me back to the teacher,
Okay.
and then the teacher was like, "Oh, he can do this. Oh, I can work with this." And so from there, then like I just had weekly lessons, like reading, like scales, make sure I get my right form, the right fingering. If I
Right.
don't do the right fingers, I'm gonna get a slap on the wrist. It's all of that.
Yeah, all of that.
All
yeah.
the drilling, all of that.
Yeah. So I mean, but okay. So your parents, they're the ones who got you involved.
Yeah.
Okay. So at what point was it when you began to embrace it?
Probably when I was 15,
15?
maybe 14, 15.
Okay.
Yeah. I was kind of just casually playing piano back then, but you know, I was playing classical songs and I was doing recitals and stuff like that, but I wasn't really interested into the music, honestly. I mean, because it really wasn't touching me, like, so I kind of transitioned more to church, and then I kind of learned more of R&B kind of style. And then I learned how that could be useful, you know, like I noticed that more people gravitate towards songs that they're familiar to versus, you know, a classical song. And so then since I can relate more to, you know, more current songs, then I really took it seriously. And so then, I mean, from there, I mean, it kind of just led me to here, you know, just continuously learning. It took me, I guess, like a month or so of just like really hard practice to go from like not so serious to super serious, because I
Really?
wasn't really sure if I could do this, you know, as a living, you know, because everyone's saying being a musician, you're not gonna make any money, you're not gonna do this, you're not gonna do that. And it's like, I've seen people that can do it, you know. It's like
Right.
my friend back in high school, his name is Eric Hudson. He's one of my biggest like early influences, you know,
Okay.
because he's just a year older than me, and his piano playing skills were amazing. I was like, this guy's a genius. And I was like, man, if I can one day play like that, I know I'll be somewhere. I mean, he's played for Michael Jackson,
Wow.
Stevie Wonder
Okay.
at the age of 17. I was like, this kid is just untouchable. But you know, he inspired me to and showed me what I could be if I put the work in, if I you know, spent some time practicing,
Okay.
and really just dove into the music, and you know.
So let me ask you this question, Phil. Okay, now your parents wanted you to go in the direction of classical, playing for the church, so on and
yeah.
so forth. So what were the conversations like when you decided, you know what, I would rather be playing this style of music or this style of music? How supportive were they to that?
You know, it's funny. They weren't actually too against it, because I still played in church. As long as they could see that I'm there,
Yeah,
that's fine.
right.
That's fine to them. I have to be playing at a church, sitting on an organ somewhere, some Saturday, some Sabbath morning. It's got to be happening. So yeah, so it wasn't too bad.
So your parents,
It just I can't
yeah.
play any like crazy music, you know.
Yeah.
Like hip hop is gonna be like, it's gonna be a different story, of course.
Yeah, so your parents were very, very supportive.
Yeah, they were.
That's good,
Because you know
man.
what? Because my mom paid private lessons for like 9 years.
Right.
She was like, this has to pay off some way.
Right, right,
So
right.
yeah, they were invested.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a break because we're getting to the top of the hour, and we're going to listen to another song. And then after the top of the hour, we're going to come back. All right, everybody, we are interviewing Phillip Lewis,
Hello.
producer extraordinaire and musician extraordinaire. What's up, everybody? This is your boy JB. You're listening to the Urban Flow on 89.1 WFDU HD2. And I'm back with our very important guest on today, Mr. Phillip Lewis. What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Yo, man, welcome back to
hello.
the show, man. What's up,
Thank
HE?
What up, what up?
Yo, boy, you look quiet over there, man.
Chilling,
you look
man.
quiet over there.
It's cooling, bro.
Yo, nothing wrong with that,
I'm
man.
letting the man have the floor. You know, do this thing.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
Whatever,
Yeah, man.
whatever.
So, when we left off, we found out that your parents were very influential in your start in music. And then we've also learned that, you know, by the time you turn 13, 14 years of age, you really began to discover other types of music, you know, that sparked your interest. and you
Yeah,
had some
that's it.
friends within your life who were very influential in helping you to carve out the direction for your career. So tell me, did you do any formal training? I know that you had your music teachers from when you were younger, but how about college life? Did you acquire formal training in college?
Absolutely.
Okay, what's up?
Nothing
Talk
but
to us.
formal training. I went to Berklee College of Music
Wow.
in Boston, Massachusetts.
Wow.
Yeah, so I
Wow.
was there from 2005 to 2010.
So what was that like, Phillip?
That was the craziest time ever.
Okay.
It was like a huge transition time.
Okay.
Like, I've never been to Boston prior to that. It was just kind of just throw me into the fire and then see what happens. It
Right.
was just not even fire, just a melting pot of musicians. It was
Right.
so much culture. People from all over the world.
Right.
I mean, all over the country, of course. Like, all the different genres you can think of were there, and we're all getting together, kind of just having jam sessions, and then going to class. And then the teachers would really dive into every aspect of music, honestly.
Really?
So, I mean, I'm talking first semester. My first class was the ear training. So
Right.
making sure that you can hear all the different transitions and the different all the different notes and melodies, making sure your ear can listen to different stuff like that. And then harmony, they'd make sure that you can hear the harmonies and then understand how to write those harmonies on paper and
Right.
notate them. And then there's arranging class to make sure that you can arrange for a full band, make sure that you can write down the notes and the charts for each member of a band.
Wow.
It's like, so that's just 3 classes. I mean, we had 9 classes every semester. So, I mean,
That's very
it's
intense.
really intense. Really intense.
I mean, boy, I would imagine that one would have to really be focused.
Yeah.
Focused.
It's really hard because in the middle of getting all that knowledge, I mean, besides the fact that it's so much knowledge, it's really overload because I can't even really, I mean, I don't think anybody can really retain all of that information. I mean, it's stuff that people have been learning for years,
Right.
It's like one class really should be like 5 years. Instead, it's 3 months. And not to
Wow.
mention that you have other classes that you're learning on top of it. So you're kind of just doing an overview,
Right.
So, I mean, it is really challenging.
So how much of an influence did your friends there have on your overall perception of the music? Because you mentioned that you were around people from all around the world, and I can only imagine that in order to get into Berklee, a person have to be at the top of their game. I mean, they have to be at a level. It's not a beginner level.
No.
Not a beginner level. I would only imagine intermediate and above, maybe.
Maybe you'd think so. That's the funny thing about Berklee, because it's not always the top notch musicians. Like the year that I got in was the last year, 2005 was the last year that you were able to get in without an audition. So
Wow.
some people were able to get in just off of money if they actually could afford it, because it was really expensive.
Right.
Then they could go,
Right.
because of course, what school is going to turn down money?
Right.
But then they just got Berklee got so popular, that they had to enforce like a whole, like a tryout kind of thing, or an audition, would you say? And so then from there, it's more, you can say more along the lines, better musicians from there.
Right.
But of course, the years before I got in, anybody could come in. So you get the best, and then you get the worst. Man, you be in class, listening to people sing, listening to people play, and it's like, how did you get here? Because I know you're not supposed, you can't really be serious. And then you have some guys that'll come in, and it's like, what are you doing here? You're too good to be here. Like,
wow.
It's a real mix.
Wow, so it's
crazy.
like you have the extreme.
Extreme. Like,
Yeah. That's crazy, man. But I tell you, boy, now there are some notable musicians who were in your class, or maybe not so much in your class, but while you were there, there's some musicians who are out there now.
Yeah.
Who are doing the thing. Who are some of those individuals?
There's a lot. I know one of my good friends, Kevin Camp.
Okay.
He's a drummer.
Okay.
He plays for Israel.
In New Breed?
Yeah, Israel
Wow.
and New Breed. And he actually produced that last album that they did, and they won best. What is it? They got at the Grammys the best gospel album.
Really?
Like, and so Israel wasn't even at the Grammys, and so he got a chance to accept the award and
Wow.
and do a speech on behalf
Wow.
of Israel. I mean, that's huge.
Right.
You know, just
Right.
for just one of my boys. You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
It's really cool.
Wow.
There's
Wow.
a lot of musicians, like, not in just gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's another guy, Derek Cobbs.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great arranger. Right now. He's in a camp out in Los Angeles where
Right.
he's able to arrange for Rihanna. He's able to arrange for Nicki Minaj. He's currently her MD. He's also Pharrell's MD.
Wow.
Pharrell Williams. I mean, these guys, everybody at the school kind of just spread out into the
yeah.
industry.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's everywhere.
Yeah, because I know graduates from Berkeley, man, they're highly respected
Yeah.
and highly sought after, you know. So with that in mind, I mean, you've had the opportunity to like be in the game for a while, and you know, you've been immersed into the game. You know, how has the music industry changed from your perspective, from your point of view? You know, since seeing that the major record labels are not in control as they used to be, and it seems like the playing field has kind of, at least from where I sit, I'm sure it's probably different, but it seemed like it has kind of leveled out. Maybe, you know, you have more independent artists who are able to get more exposure, perhaps.
Yes.
You know, without backing of the major labels per se. So, from your vantage point, what do you think about the state of the current music industry?
Man, social media has been the key. It has totally changed the music industry.
Okay.
I mean, from 2000, let's talk from when Facebook was first starting out, 2003, you know, to 2005. It still wasn't even really popular.
Right.
And now, like, now 2016, everyone's putting their music out on there. I mean, people are putting out songs on YouTube, you know,
Right.
like Justin Bieber was discovered, like, on YouTube, you know?
Right.
It's like, you don't really need per se the label to really get big. Many of the artists now have gotten big on their own, you know,
Right.
and then the labels kind of catch on.
Right.
Now, back in the day, it was always the label first. The label kind of controlled the media. The label would always say, this is what you should listen to.
Right.
You know, it's like,
Right.
oh, we like this.
Right.
We're going to put you out, and then you're going to be a hit. But now, any artist, any independent artist can literally just put out whatever they want, and if they get enough YouTube hits, then they've made it.
Right.
Or if you know, put out your song on iTunes or Amazon or anything, you know, it's like you can put your songs out on iTunes and it will go literally around the world.
Right.
You know, if you change your country on your iTunes app, you can literally listen to every single country's top song, you know.
Okay.
Anybody can do it.
Okay.
So I mean, that's how quickly
Right.
like technology has moved and changed the industry as far as getting your stuff out there as
Right.
an independent person.
Well, let me ask you this question, Phillip. How important is originality? You know, it seems like during the time past, it's like artist music sound like the other guy. You know what I mean? It seems like in certain aspects, music sounds so similar. But from where you sit, I mean, do you see that there's a change taking place? Or is there a shift in terms of originality, in terms of uniqueness as far as music that has been produced?
I feel like there are game changers and then there are people that kind of conform. You know, there's certain there's always a sound. There's always going to be like a current sound,
Right,
you know,
right.
like whether it's in hip hop, you know, like back in 2005 when it was Timbaland, always
Right.
doing that same beat. I know everybody can confess that they've heard the same song on the same beat
Right.
back then, and now it's kind of the same thing. It's this whole trap music kind of vibe.
Right.
Everybody's kind of doing the same beat with the hi-hats and the 808s, and and the pretty vocals and all that kind
Right.
of stuff. I mean, it's kind of the sound. There's always gonna be a popular sound for that day, you know,
Right.
for the next 6 months,
Right.
so they say.
Right.
But there's game changers, that people that just do what they love to do,
Right.
and that usually, like, I mean, if it's good music, of course,
Right.
it will kind of elevate you to a different level, you know.
Right.
Like the people that are unique, that are truly unique, they stand out,
Right.
you know, and it really stands out because you're not conforming
Right.
to everything else that we're hearing, you know.
Right.
And I think that's really what is necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this question, and then we're gonna listen to some of the music that you produce.
Okay.
Okay. Now, is there a difference in the perception of good music between the United States and Europe? Because I've heard that in Europe, artists who ordinarily wouldn't be able to get a break here in the United States, they release their music overseas, and there seems to be more of a reception towards that type of music. What have you noticed regarding that?
It's funny. Overseas, they seem to. Well, you know, I don't know. America has this thing in the music industry. It's like America runs the music industry,
Okay.
but is still behind at the same time.
Okay.
It's a weird dynamic, because a song that's usually big over here will be massive everywhere else in the world.
Right.
But then a song that's massive everywhere else in the world is not even known. Not
Right.
even known here. It's like we're in our own bubble, you know?
Right.
And so for a lot of artists, they do go overseas because
Right.
there's, you know, there's not everything is here in America. There's a lot of money to be made across seas. You know?
Right.
There's a great audience. You know, a lot of people that love R&B, that love jazz. You know, a lot of lost art forms that America has come up with. You know,
Right.
which is, yeah, you could say jazz is American birthed. You know, and R&B is American birthed. So like, that's original for us, and we're kind of like whatever. But then to, you know, other countries, this is still hip, you know. This
Right.
is still it, you know.
Right.
Like they're still enjoying jazz, you know.
Right.
You can still pack out stadiums like Snarky Puppy.
Right.
They're huge, they're massive. Like, I mean, on Spotify and stuff, they have like loyal audiences out here, but when they go overseas, they're huge. They're superstars, you know.
Right.
They're a huge group. And it's just jazz, you know,
Right.
and they have an ear for that. They
Right.
have an ear for like Eric Robertson, like a jazz vocalist. Like
Right.
they're huge. Like Britney Spears
Right.
is like Eric Robertson to them,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and that's why so many artists go overseas. You know, it almost doesn't even matter what country you go to. I mean, you could try if you go to the UK, then and they don't really perceive it, then you can go to Germany. You can go
Right.
to Switzerland. You
Right.
can go anywhere.
Right.
You can go anywhere until the people that you want to hear your music hear it. You know.
Okay. Well, okay, now you know, you are a young upcoming producer, man, and you've already begun to make waves in the music industry, and we're going to give the listening audience an opportunity to hear some of your production. And what I would like you to do is just to kind of give us like you know, just give us an introduction in terms of what we're getting ready to listen to now.
Okay. So this right here I'm gonna play is a new artist. They've been to this show a few times, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
Well, it's my boy Dwight Anderson, and he's been working in the studio with me and his daughter Faith Anderson.
Right.
Shout out to them. I know they're on vacay right now.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Florida or something like that. But yeah, we've been working hard on these songs, you know. And even though she's not big yet, you know, I personally believe that she has like the tools to
Right.
really make it. You know, she's
Right.
so young and she's getting in the studio now. So it's good to get behind great talent early.
Right. Early.
You know,
Exactly.
and encourage that. I
Exactly.
really encourage her.
Exactly.
So she's probably like, I don't even know how old she's like
She's
15,
like
16?
Yeah.
If that, I don't
Yeah.
know. She's young, super young, guys. But yeah, this is a song off her new album, My Hope, and it's called In Him.
Okay, we were listening and enjoying. What's up, everybody? This is your boy JB. You're listening to the Urban Flow on WFDU 89.1 HD2, and I have my special guest today, Phillip Lewis and HE. And I forgot to mention Michael, who is our video guy. What's the official name for that? Videographer. Yes. And we also have another special guest in the studio. We have Toya in the studio as well. What's up?
We do.
What's up? Yeah. All right, yo, Phillip. Man, that track was hot, bro.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yo, man, it sounds great. It sounded excellent, man. You know, I remember when Dwight and his daughter were here, man, I said that the music sounded like a breath of fresh air, man. You know what I mean? It tasted like, it sounded like drinking cool water. And what I meant by that was that the originality of it.
Awesome.
You understand what I mean? Because, like, you know, as we spoke earlier, it's like sometimes music has a tendency to sound alike. You know, it kind of makes you feel like there's really no originality, no originality in music anymore. But yo, man, tell us about your approach in producing this track, Phil.
So, her father, Dwight Anderson, he was like, he just hit me up and said, "Man, I got this track. It's like, it's an idea." He just had pretty much the verse and the hook and the chorus and the melody, and then from there, he just sang it to me. Took a second just to figure out the chords, get the vibe for it, and I kind of just did a skeleton track. Would you say just like basic drums and just had him sing on it. Basic drums and just like the key instruments. At that time, it was just a string that was just kind of just playing like hits and stuff like that.
Right.
It was just enough so he could get the idea out. Yeah. You know, because inspiration hits. You got to run with that. You don't want to be too technical trying to figure out stuff like during that creative process. So he did that and then finished writing it. And then while he took it home and like kind of figured it out what he wants to do with it, and then he had Faith practice it at home. So then when she came back, like I had a more developed track, of course, and then she kind of sang like all her takes and stuff like that, and then we put it together. He sang the backgrounds, and his wife also sang the backgrounds as well. And then from there, after they finished the vocals, then I took it back and then kind of married the track and the vocals a little bit better and polished it. So it's, a professional recording.
Yeah, well, it sounds great. Yeah. It sounds like something done at the Hit Factory in New York. I don't know whether they're still in existence or not. They are. They're still in existence over there.
Yeah, they're there.
But yo, brother, I mean, you can't tell the difference between where it was done. Awesome. And your stuff sounds great.
Awesome.
All right, now, you're going to play another track for us. What's the name of it?
This one, man, I got so much I want to play, but I don't know.
Go ahead. Well, we got you, man.
Okay, so this one, this one is called "Lift 'Em Up." Is with my one of my friends that sings praise and worship at my church, Liberty Baptist Church in Elizabeth.
Okay.
He told me that he had like an idea for like a great song and everything like that. So actually, you know what? It was an old song. And then he wanted a new flair to it.
Okay.
So I kind of just did my whole thing, and then I got some of the cats from around here.
Okay.
So I arranged it, and then I had Cedric play drums.
Okay.
And then I had Sean bass. He played bass on it.
Oh yeah.
And then I got Damar. Damar Brown, he mixed it. So this is more of a collaborative effort on this.
Okay. And what's the name of the track again?
This is called Lift 'Em Up.
All right, everyone, we're listening to Lift 'Em Up. Listen and enjoy.
That He who lives in me, he can live in you. If you want him to, let him live in you. Won't you let him live in you? Let God live in you. Let him live in you. So just say, live in me. Lord, live in me. Say, live in me, Lord. Oh, live.
Yo, bro, man, I love the track. Boy, man,
Thank you,
it's
brother.
crazy.
Thank you.
Yo, man, the musicianship is just crazy. That lets you know that we have some very good musicians here in Jersey, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. I mean, don't sleep on the musicians in Jersey.
Yeah.
You can't do it. We just need to get everybody to work together, though. Once we do that,
Yeah, I
then,
know.
you
That's
know,
the challenge, right?
That's the challenge. That is the
No,
challenge.
but there's a lot of cats out here, man. Really making it happen.
Yeah, that is the challenge, bro. So, man, I tell you. So what else you got in your treasure chest, bro?
Man, I got a lot.
You gotta scroll.
You know what?
I'm looking at the scroll right now.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna play. So I also produce, but I mix as well.
Okay.
So in my production team is called The Chemistry. So shout out to The Chemistry.
Okay, the chemistry. What's up, guys?
So The Chemistry is my boy Laderick Perry
Yep.
and my other boy Edward Rooks.
Okay.
And so
Have I met Edward?
Yeah.
He's
the
the
drummer.
drummer. Okay,
The drummer.
okay,
Exactly. So
okay.
these are like my best friends. And we grew up together because we all went to high school.
Right.
You know, so we all
Right.
just kind of pushed each other musically
Right.
to be great.
Right.
And so my boy he was like, man, I got this artist that I'm producing, Sean Saunders.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great, phenomenal singer and songwriter from I believe he's from Plainfield. Right now he goes to a church down in Trenton, Kingdom Church.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So Laderick produced this and then I mixed this.
Okay. All right. And
so
what is the title of
This song is called You Know.
Okay. You know? All right, everybody, listen and enjoy.
Although some trust in chariots, although some trust in man, as for me and my house, I will remember your name, oh Lord, because you know what I'm going through. You know what I need from you. You know what I'm going through. You know what I need. You know what I need. You know what I need. Yeah. Oh.
Yo, dude, that was a word that I was getting ready to say to describe the music. I said, you know what? You gotta remember where you are.
For real.
Yo, man, the music is like,
Yeah.
the music is bananas, bro.
Yeah.
It is absolutely bananas, man.
Yeah, shout out to the team, man.
Yo.
Amazing.
Right
But
bananas,
Derek,
man. Right.
Did you guys do that live?
No, everybody did their pieces separately.
Yo, it's bananas, bro.
Yeah.
And the artist,
Sean Saunders.
Sean Saunders, man. Yo.
Yeah.
So listen, okay, how can individuals make contact with you? Say, for instance, if they wanted, tracks produced, or if they wanted a music director for whatever type of project that they have coming up. How can they get in contact with you? What is your contact information?
So anybody can contact me through many ways. What is it? How about my email? We'll start with my email.
Okay.
It's fighterphil@gmail.com, so I'll spell it PHITERPHIL@gmail.com. Or you can hit me through my group email, The Chemistry, which is spelled differently, THECHEMISTRI at gmail.com. And then my phone number, of course, 973-896-1184. And then, of course, you gotta hit me up on the the social medias. My Instagram is actually the same as my email, Fighter Phil, and then Facebook, of course, Phillip Lewis.
Most definitely.
Yeah, PHILLIPLEWIS on Facebook.
Well, I tell you, man, hopefully there will be some guys out there who would, like to seek your services, bro, because like I said, man, from what we've heard today, It's all legit, bruh.
Oh,
You
appreciate it,
understand what I
man.
mean?
Thank
There
you.
ain't no fun and games here. This is no crackerjack.
Oh, not
No
at all.
crackerjack attempt.
Nah, no.
No crackerjack attempt.
is serious.
This is for real. This is serious business, man. And I tell you, do you have any upcoming projects? Any upcoming engagements? You know, are you going to be appearing anywhere? You know, that the listening audience, you know, if they choose to, they can go and check you out.
Sheesh. I just did a bunch of shows this past month. I was just in Nashville last week. Week prior, I was at Firefly Music Festival with an artist that I play for, Carson James. He's literally taking me around the world right now because next week I'm going to be in New Zealand and Australia.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I mean, if you flying out there, you can meet me out there.
With the big F.
Yeah. We'll meet you in New Zealand.
Yeah. Nah, but other than that, I have some shows coming up in the next few months, so I'll
Okay.
just keep you posted. Follow me on Snapchat, on Instagram, and I'll just let you know.
Yeah, most definitely,
Yeah.
man. And I tell you, bro, like I said, man, we're so thankful for you coming through. This has been a very good conversation on today.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hiring, bro, you know, man.
You know, man.
Yeah, you know, boy.
I've been listening and just been watching. That's what I can do right now. I'm stuck.
Yeah, man, I tell you, boy, you know, and like to give a shout out to Mike.
Oh yeah.
ChristMedia.com,
Boom.
videographer. And, you know, for those of you who are interested, I do have a YouTube channel now. And you can turn it. What did we call that? Boy, I forgot what I called my own video channel. I think it was Tenor Radio. Yeah, that's what it is. So go and check it out on there, and you can see some of the latest snippets. I know that we're going to have snippets of this conversation on there as well. We will also be posting it on Facebook for those of you who are interested. And Toya, you want to say something?
Just hanging out.
Yeah, Toya,
Just enjoying my husband.
Yes,
Okay.
Great job.
most definitely, yeah, most definitely.
boo.
Yeah,
Oh
boy.
boy.
Nothing like the vibe, man. We have a good vibe going up here today. Just like to apologize for those of you who have been trying to call the station. I know that you've been trying to call. I'm gonna have to work out with the technical people here on how I can receive the phone calls. So my apologies for those of you who have been trying to reach out to us, and we will get that situated hopefully by next week. So once again, Phillip, thank you so much for coming, my brother.
My pleasure.
And man, listen, we got to do it again.
Let's do it.
Okay, we'll do it.
Cool,
We'll do
cool.
it again. All right, you guys, peace out. This is JB on the Urban Flow. I'm getting ready to sign out. God bless. Enjoy yourself during this weekend, but most of all, be safe. God bless.